into the year. There's YouTube is now on. There we go. Let me get the link for you, although it's live today, so you should be able to see it. So I don't expect all that much movement into the actual event. If you saw earlier, I posted, about an hour and a half ago, and I'll kind of give you the link there if you want to look at it. I posted the link to the analysis to the past three FOMCs. And the past three FOMCs showed that the trend, the prior session, continued post-FOMC. So once 2 o'clock, 2:30 comes along, the trend continued in the direction of the prior day. So that being said, today we're looking for more downside post-FOMC if the pattern were to continue for the fourth time. I didn't go back prior to December. It could have continued. I don't remember. But other than that, we'll take a look. Hope everybody had a fantastic evening. Yesterday was extraordinary. Nice downside continuation into the evening, and then, of course, about 6 o'clock we bounced and have been going up ever since to mean revert a little bit. Nice, look at that. I need some music. What we got? So we do have Bookmap today as well. So at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern, we'll be hopping off here to start the Bookmap stream, and that'll take us until 10:30, 11:30, and then we'll shut off for the morning and then come back on for FOMC at right before he starts, or right before the data posts. Apollo Global Management has been accused in a lawsuit of betting on older citizens by acquiring life insurance policies and funneling the payouts through shells. Literally betting on old people. That's a new low right there. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? A little bit of red and green back up. Typically on these days going up into the event, you buy the lows, sell the highs. You play the ranges. So it would behoove you to wait until the first half hour or so is done and then come on and look to see what's going to happen. 17.9469. There is an extreme latency on Rhythmic right now, at least with mine. Right now the price is showing 512 on my Rhythmic, and the actual price on NASDAQ is 487. So I don't know if that's system-wide or just me, but right now my Rhythmic is very, very laggy. I'm going to log out and log back in and see what we got. Just me? It's got a red number up here that says data latency for a bunch. Anyway, a bunch of red here coming off 17.520 on down. Looking like it's going to tap the lower range here. Is there liquidity down to 47.50? Let's take a look. Right now, the short-term day stuff is 50.80 on ES. The 49.60 is still on there and getting even larger. And I do think the 49.60 will transact, maybe even today. That's been on since last Monday. We have liquidity down to 48.40, although pretty light, 48.15. I don't have anything at 47.50. I don't really have anything of substance under the 4,800 block. And even then, this stuff is pretty light. 49.25 is okay. They're adding liquidity to 48.50. You see this guy right here? New addition to the 48.50. 49.62 is still the main cat. Up above, we've got nothing. A couple of small potatoes at 41 and 42, but that's it. Or 51 and 52. The skew is definitely down. Let's see, connect. Let's see if I have another data latency spike here. What's up, Fat Finger? Osman, positively positive, I love it. I don't know how to pronounce the first name, but what's up? Good morning. CVS down 18%. Yeah. Amazon yesterday obviously reported earnings. They obviously are well within their expected move, so options players got smoked on all sides. They popped up to 186, dropped all the way down to 165, and are now hovering around here at 179. Overall, I am looking for puts down to 158 on Amazon. Not today, but in the coming weeks. I think they've got a lot of substance down there that they need to attract. So that may be a non-S&P play I'll be playing here in the coming weeks. CVS is down 18%. It's because they spend all their money on receipt paper. All right, I think my latency is good to go here. 494. Let me correlate the price, make sure. Yeah, we're good. 487. Where's the overall price here? Got a little red. CVD is 1400. All right, NASDAQ is coming off overall pretty choppy stuff, which is, I guess it's not to say to be expected, but we do expect more of a range going into the event. Look for a bounce to 5070 on SPX. Let's take a look. Currently, SPX is looking for that big of a bounce. Yeah, I'm not looking for that big of a move today. Pre-market high is 5065. Let's go take a look at the options data. Options. There we go. Your action was like if you saw my face. Yeah, mine as well. Mine as well. NASDAQ has very little liquidity on the books here, almost stripped completely. ES has skewed down to 50-50. Apple is back and forth. NVIDIA is top wicking, and we'll see what they're going to do. But overall, this is probably what we're in store for today. $50.58. Little bit of pressure here. Overall, if we can get a move going, I'd like to see some of this overnight bull structure taken out and start carving out ranges so we can exploit them. We just need to be patient and wait for the upcoming time frames here. Have you tried the new footprint chart on TV? I have not. Could we explore various scenarios based on past FOMCs? I'd like to hear insight. Yeah, I just posted a link right here. So right now, the Fed funds rate has fully priced in a rate pause today. So nothing happening, not a hike, not a cut. So Russell's getting smoked right now. So if the Fed were to do anything other than pause, we would face extreme volatility. And I'm not saying up or down, I'm just saying volatility. Now, not a single time has the Fed done anything other than what the Fed's funds rate has priced in the past 3 years. Every single time the Fed's funds rate has priced in something, that's what's occurred. The Fed does not like to do anything unexpected because it causes extreme market conditions that Jay Powell talks about he doesn't want to occur. So I would fully anticipate them pausing today. A hike would be absolutely disastrous. A cut would be not in correlation with the data that we're seeing here, whether it be manipulated or not. It would be also disastrous for the economy right now. So I fully anticipate a pause today. I love FOMC day. My best trading days. Does the cabbage patch. Last month was my first green month in a few years. Beautiful side gig. Keep it up. You'll live up to your name, buddy. Keep it up. Top wick here. What's up, Pastor? Good morning. Still got a little green going. Apple's 169. Nvidia is recovering a bit. Do not expect fireworks until going into the event. We might recoup some of the red. Overnight highs at 50.66 on ES. NASDAQ has overnight highs at 17.533. But historically, even if you look at the data I posted this morning, the past 3 FOMCs, what occurs is that we have a strong trend the prior session. We chop flat the next session up into FOMC, and then we release. And it's usually in the direction of the prior day's trend. So if that were to occur today and follow the pattern, what I would expect after yesterday's downtrend is consolidation range into the FOMC event, and then smoke show down to 49.60 and change on ES, which would be phenomenal. Except I already closed out my stupid PDSs. Those things would have been well over 100% today. Well over 100%. Should have followed my gut. Oh man, what a dumb PDS. I know. It would have been the 4th straight swing trade over 100%. Been great. 17.501 here, back and forth. What time is it? It is 9:43. It is tool time. Open up some new ones. Yeah, the whole thesis behind that trade was IV spike, and that trade is, minimal risk return here, so I have to be directionally accurate in order to do that, which I don't really like to put on a trade before FOMC. You're right, Alex. You're 100% right. I should have listened to Alex. My one SPY PDS up 41. Nice. So we're putting on this little upward channel here on NASDAQ. ES is coming off a little bit more bearish here. Back and forth. Nvidia is still heading higher. Apple is still heading higher. A little Scott Stapp. Microsoft. Anybody going to see Scott Stapp this year? The 2024 tour for Creed. Beautiful. Don't tell me you don't like it. I know you do. Dow is rolling over just a touch. Russell's rolling over just a touch. Banks this morning are up to 40.29. TLT is 88, still pinging back and forth. Man, I'm excited. I love FOMC days. I love volatility. And today is going to be an amazing day. An amazing day. Nvidia top wicking. What's up, Mike Steels? You as well, buddy. We do have bookmap today, remember, if you didn't hear already. Did I answer your question, Kennedy? Did you hear? A little bit of red coming off 1742. Nvidia jumping back over. Let's go take a look at the options data. Reload. Excellent. Calls? What calls? $180 on Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's holding 180 right now, back and forth. ES is putting in a new low here. What time is it? It is at 9:45 here. We do have some data still before FOMC we have to contend with. So at 10 o'clock we have ISM manufacturing PMI, JOLTS job openings, and crude oil inventory at 10:30, and then we'll roll into FOMC. So should it be a big mover at 10 o'clock? No, but it will move it a little bit. Yep, 2 p.m. is the data posting. 2:30 is when the presser starts, and between then and 2:45 is when we start to shake and bake. What time zone are you in? Alaskan time zone. What if you live in Arizona? Actually, no, that's daylight savings time, isn't it? That's not time zones. I did not take the trade, but I mentioned on Monday taking a double counter spread for earnings. Yesterday, Amazon double counter spread, short strike 185. Would have cost it 283 to open. That same trade is now worth 522. Beautiful. Arizona suck time. I grew up in Arizona. Did you? I didn't know that. Is anyone participating in the TradingView competition? I didn't even know there was one. I don't understand. It's only been a few hours. Top traders up almost 2,000 in profits. Yeah, can't go by one day though. You know, it's a zero risk competition. If it's like what they did last time, so you just sling big money. There's nothing to risk. VIX is still holding 16, coming back up. 17,496. Carve me out of range, baby. Carve me out of range. We're smack dab in the middle this morning. The high is up here at 17,517, and the low is 17,468. Using that new indicator, it saves me a lot of good time. I like it. Nothing going on just yet. Just yet. That's where I discovered Mexican food, like real Mexican food. What's an indicator? Somebody gave it to me. It is the, what's it called officially? MGI levels. So you could pretty much plot any level you want. 50% retracement levels, which I don't like to plot. There's a number of them. I've turned them all off except for the ones that I use. You can customize it, your experience. I've got obviously the current session range, which you can actually change the times and customize it yourself there too. I've got the overnight high and low, the prior session high and low, the weekly high and low, the monthly high and low. Pretty much all the major high and lows. That's it. He's got a lot of taboo and other pattern crap in there you could add, but I'd turn all that crap off. Screen snip. This one right here. More red. Coming off a touch. Apple, there goes Nvidia getting smoked. We'll see if Apple can do the same. Large red candles. Dropping. Yeah, it saves me a lot of time. All right, not much going on. 17,477. I don't anticipate taking too much here. What I would like to do, my thesis for today into the event, is just exploit the highs and lows and then just kind of hang out, and we'll play accordingly into the event. But that's what I anticipate. Nvidia is getting smoked back down to the low. Apple is still going up in a defined range. And the S&P today is down 13 points, holding their low. NASDAQ still has a little pressure. See what we can do. IV today is holding just under 40%. Premiums are jacked. They are jacked. So you're going to have to pay to play if you want to play options today. Do I think 49.60 will be a quick grab before FOMC? No. That's 100 points down. So what I would expect, if anything, is a large green pop after 2 o'clock, and then they're going to dump it into the event. If they are going to grab 49.60, that's the type of price action I would look for. Rage this thing upwards at 2 o'clock, get everyone nice and bullish, get everyone buying calls, and then they're going to roll it and dump it. Now, here's the difference. Here is the difference between now and the prior 3 FOMCs. The prior 3 for FOMCs, we were in an upward trend. Now we're in a downtrend. So they may do the exact opposite to stop out the majority of the macro traders, to grab that liquidity and sweep it. So now that we're in a downward trend, they may pop this thing up to green to get all the shorts out and then roll it over. I don't know. This is just pure speculation on my part. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. However, what I do know, based on the data, is we have liquidity at 49.60, which is the largest liquidity on the block. We have all the GEX rolled way over. In fact, not only is the ES 4960 liquidity on, but SPX has the main GEX level on SPX is 4960, which is not the same level, obviously, but they're both at 4960 for some reason. So the GEX is lower, the liquidity is lower, the trend of the macro is down right now. We have a strong downtrend yesterday. So we have a failed volume discrepancy on the bounce last week. So it is possible to see a continued downtrend from an analytical standpoint. That's all we can really go on. Is it fair to anticipate a solid movement with FOMC? Yes. What is SPX 4960 to ES? I'd have to do the calculation. I'm not sure. Roughly 20 points, 20, 25 point difference. Roughly. I'd have to, like I said, I'd have to do calculation. But yeah, another red candle here, popping back and forth. Not to mention, we are nearly through big tech earnings seasons, and we're still getting smoked. So even big tech can't save us, although we still have Apple tomorrow. Back and forth. Back and forth. Can't even carve out a range so far. A little bit of red there on Apple. ES is pin. NASDAQ is pin smack dab. I would encourage you all, especially my prop firm traders, to trade micros today, and only micros. Stay away from minis. Nothing is more depressing than putting on a micro or mini because you haven't scaled it properly, and these are 50-point moves, and you get smoked on one candle, and you hear bloop, 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 and your account says deactivated. It's where you hit execute, and you hear order filled, and 30 seconds later, order filled. No bueno. That's never a good time. All right, large red flow there on NASDAQ to retouch the low of the day. Top wicks. We have a couple of top wicks. Let's go to the 30-minute. We have large red engulfing after 3 top wicks in a row on the 30-minute chart. That's 90 minutes of top wicks for NASDAQ. 17,480. I've heard that before. Yeah, so have I. Oh. The OM's lisp is back. I have a lisp? What is with the all my lid? Do I have a lisp? You're making me self-conscious. Wisp. Yeah. All right, little green. 17,479 here. A wee bit of top wick, but overall chillaxing. Red candles 473. Say cool whip. Cool thwip. All right, so far we are just trudging back down to fill the morning low at 17,468. We'll see if we break that. If we do, like I said, probably 438, but I don't expect all that much movement here. We'll see. There we go. A little bit more red. Right into 9 o'clock. We do have data in 4 minutes. Data in 4 minutes. So be ready. I just responded to buy wall. All right, 17,462 still dropping back over. Nice little push lower here into data. Nice little move. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Not terrible. So far, downtrend continues. Nvidia's getting smoked. Apple starting around. Maybe start to retrace back down to 438 here. Might have to unsubscribe. I can't extend the Lisp. Thought he said dip. Oh my gosh. On the trading view, the symbol NQ1 is giving wrong data than what you have on Bookmap. Are you using June contracts? Yes, I am. If you don't have live data, you will be 15-minute delayed. So make sure, go look on your watch list. If you have a little bitty yellow D that's got a circle around it, that means it's delayed. What's up, Damien? I hope you have good luck as well, buddy. Although we don't need luck. Man makes his own luck, am I right? You can do it. $17,468. Don't say that and remember what happened to the guy. That's true. That's true. What are the odds we close flat today? Because I don't have a strangle on, a long strangle, I would say no chance we close flat. If I put a strangle on, 100% chance we close flat. So I'll let you know. Hashtag December 2022 or 21. Oh, 22. All right, there goes liquidity here with data in 3 minutes. So be ready. That FOMC strangle convinced me of the Max Payne theory. No, absolutely. It's no coincidence that the FOMC strangle went viral on Reddit and Twitter, and then they pinned it flat. The only FOMC they've pinned flat. There's no coincidence. A little bit of green, a little bit of green, a little bit of green. A little bit of top wick, a little bit of top wick. There's the data posting. Nvidia's dropping back over 17,466. Pushing lower. Nice. Nice little push lower there. Let's see what they're going to do with it. The Reddit jabronis ruined it for us. Yeah, the guy posted on our Reddit account about that strangle, and people tore him apart, and then he deleted it. He deleted the post. They're like, "Be quiet, don't talk about it," and then they did it. All right, so that brought us from 497 down to 443 here, still just kind of back and forth, holding the morning low. We did put a new morning low in there technically, but they're doing a great job of bottom wicking it right now. All right. 17,480 there. Man, you're looking for some really big moves pre-FOMC. I don't see it. You'd be playing against the pattern. I'd probably look for pre-market highs about 65 or so. But maybe after the event. What I read here. We have this little iceberg coming up on NASDAQ. 50-60 ES. Overall, they do have 58 liquidity up there, so you have liquidity on your side. I'll give you that, although they cut it in half. Hope y'all like scalping, because this is back and forth today. Market's pricing in a pause for FOMC. That's correct. That's correct. What else? I just had a thought, and I forgot it. I don't remember. The bonds are 88.57 here. Apple blasting still. New high of the days. Let's go take a look at the options data. I'd expect pin stuff right here. Main GEX right now is 49.90 for zeros. Interesting. That's 30 points down. Didn't expect to see that. Market flow is actually bearish at the moment. The biggest negative flow right now is Microsoft. CME Fed Watch says no cuts until November now, after pricing in 7 cuts. Yeah, I mean, that's been the same thing this whole time. First it was we only need a couple of hikes, and then it's higher for longer, and then CPI comes in 9.1, and then inflation target of 2.0, and then it's like maybe we won't even get to 2.0. Inflation's transitory. All this nonsense back and forth. And now Yellen is talking about she wants to speak out for having an independent Fed. But didn't Biden already assure us that the Fed is independent of politics? In this weird little desperate press conference last year? So it's weird that now she's speaking out, because that would imply that the Fed is not independent of the White House right now. Maybe that's what Biden meant by 4 more years pause, is that he wanted to pause the rate hikes this month, this FOMC. That was him telling J-Pal to pause. $50.48 still dropping. Slow movement, but playing down. Nice little move here. Man, I got to reconnect this rhythmic again. I can't even do anything. I tried to place 2 trades today and it won't let me do it. Connect. Yeah, so all of the data, even including today's, we had non-farm payroll employment data, which is not non-farm payroll. It's a prelude to what's coming on Friday of non-farm payroll. And it's, or a precursor. Apparently I'm making up words this morning. So it popped hot again today. And if you looked at non-farm payroll last month, it popped hot big time. So you are exactly right. The data right now is not supportive of a rate cut environment. If you go back and look, the last time we had a major rate cut to rate hike into a cut cycle was 2008. Now that's not saying cuts and hikes. I'm saying a long-term aggressive rate hike to rate cut cycle was 2007, 8, and 9. And we had aggressive rate hikes to slow the market down. And then when the market started to roll, when the economy started to feel a lot of pain, that's when they started aggressively cutting. Eventually cutting 100 basis points right before the bottom of the market. They cut 100 basis points. We dropped a little bit more over, and then Greenspan came out and said, we're going to support the market through a supportive monetary policy now, and the market bounced 19% like that. So that's probably what's going to happen now again this time, is that they're not going to start cutting until probably it's too late and there's blood in the streets. What does Gayad mean when he says they will kill stocks to save treasuries? Rotation. That liquidity's got to come from somewhere, and what he's talking about is that the big institutions, by law, they have to be invested. You can't sit in cash. So in order to save the treasuries, you have to buy them up, but through the rotation, the flight to safety, so I just said vomit when I read your word. I'm like freaking what's his name? News anchor man. Ron Burgundy. When the markets start, in order to get that liquidity, they're going to have to exit an exodus out of the stocks and the equity in the indexes into the Treasury market, which won't happen most likely until we enter the rate cut phase, or close to the rate cut phase, or they start pricing in the rate cuts. And that's the beauty about the market, is that when they start pricing that in is when it'll occur, which could be before the rate cuts actually begin. Not completely independent. I think Trump got mad when Powell cut. Yeah. I have no faith in any political system, red or blue. Zero faith. All right. Let's see. Is 10:08 here? I am going to have to sign off here in about 10 minutes to set up the bookmap stream, and we'll get that going as well. All right, it is a new month. I forgot with May 1st, so we are changing out the prop firm affiliate link reset. So I'm putting a new member's affiliate link in there. If you are signing up for Apex accounts, support a local person and use that one. And then next month we'll do it again, change it up again. Yes, I will be, Ethan. Yep. Am I coming back this afternoon? Yes, I will. Supported jabroni, that's right. Ooh, red candle, look at that. Spicy. Another red move. Nvidia's getting smoked here. 836 and dropping. Look at Nvidia. If Amazon rolls with Nvidia, we might have a little bit of a spicy action here. Rolling. No follow through. What's up, Bywall? So when FBI says China's going to attack our power grid, is it real or false flag? I don't know. I don't know. China is far too advanced of a country for them to be able to, for us to know when it's going to happen. In my opinion. 50-40 still dropping a little bit, but no follow through. Treasury market's much bigger than stocks. The Fed will do anything to save the bond market. That's correct. That's correct. Is Tesla a car company? I have no idea. Still dropping over here. New low of the day for NASDAQ. 436. Looks like they're going to go for 50-40 here on ES. Pumping back over. Nvidia is just getting smoked right now. All the way down. All the way down. We've got what then right here? Strong downtrend on NASDAQ. Man, look at Nvidia, dude. 833 to 76 giving out support there. Once Apple rolls along, down we go. 17,435. 12 CVD here. CVD is getting ripped here too, man. They had the CVD up there, but they're rolling CVD. There's just very little volume and price action to follow through right now, so it's very wicky. You got to stay on the trade. They just put on 419 right here, liquidity, which would be another 20 points down. 419 would put us just over the pre-market low, which would be a great point to which to hold it. Nvidia still dropping, getting smoked. 830. Interesting. More red pressure. Interesting. Nice little trend here. Nice little trend here. Nvidia 832.39 still dropping. Still building pressure. attacking. Look at that. Another attack. Another attack. Putting on 412. Great song. Fade the edges back to the middle. That's right. So if they were to come grab this, that would get down to pre-market lows. So I would look to buy that down here. Another 20 points on NASDAQ, which is not that much. NVIDIA is getting smoked here. And if they attack that, that's where I'd look to start buying up. Is that flush down into 419, 420. And then put in some small long orders down there to buy it back up to mean revert. NVIDIA is still getting smoked here. A little bit of red. Any reason NVIDIA is seeing so much pressure today? Well, disposition for me. My theory goes back to what's been happening the past 5 months is disposition. When the market is starting to feel pressure, the first one to sell is the biggest winner. And NVIDIA absolutely has been the biggest winner. So I just think they're just bringing it back down to a little bit of reality, although it's still incredibly overbought. Realistically, would you expect a power grid attack within the next year? If you had to guess, I'm more curious on logistical strategies and how they benefit by doing it. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have my opinions. I won't get into it. I have my military knowledge. I won't get into that either. I have no idea, though. There's no way they can attack us with conventional warfare with missiles and planes or bombs or invasion, so the only way to do it is through infrastructure or computers and stuff, so that's all we know. Has your position on Palantir changed over the last year? I would say it's a little bit more bullish than it was last year, but I still don't see what I wanted to see a couple of years ago, so for me it's kind of a off my radar type of name now. After reading that book series, it's made me a little bit more, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Paranoid on making sure I can take care of my family. Because the grocery stores will be out in 48 hours. Gasoline, grocery stores, gone in 48 hours. So that's why I planted 47 sweet potato plants this year. You like that dog poop company? They pay out more in stock-based comp than they do money. Not anymore, I don't. I used to. I was very bullish on Palantir 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Not anymore. I liquidated all my holdings. All right, still hanging out here, 448. Yeah, speculate on the power grid going out. I mean, look what happens when Discord goes out. It's crazy. 1 second after, yeah, great book. With your crops, do you use mass-produced fertilizer or composting? Composting and all natural fertilizer, like kelp, bone, what is it? Blood meal, stuff like that. Bone meal, yep. If grocery stores are down, they'll be rating almost immediately. Yep. Well, so I passed my evals today. Day 2 of trading on funded accounts. Got my profit. Nice, JJ. Keep it up, buddy. I love it. I love it. Rabbit poop? I'll do it. How many people think could survive 2 weeks without government assistance? No, I think majority of the country would be out within 4 weeks. How old was I when I bought my first house? I'm very young. HCOL, a little discouraging seeing home prices. I bought my first home at 24, but prices were much cheaper back then, and it wasn't even that long ago. That's the problem. If I hear negative news, I'll speed to their grocery store and take everything I can. Yeah, you and everybody else. That's the problem. You and everybody else. Add it to the bottom of the hole, make your plants, and this works for tomato plants. All right, yeah. I planted some San Marzanos this year, so I'm excited. I'll do that. So far here, we are holding the morning low, although we haven't officially set it yet. We didn't quite get down to where I wanted a long. I wanted to flush that liquidity and the pre-market, and I would start slapping the bid. So yeah, do I have a recommended reading list? I do, both on non-trading and trading subjects. My first book I recommend is The Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis. Second book is going to be Trading in the Zone, and that covers your technical and your emotional side of trading. Is that posted anywhere? On the website right now, but yeah. Do I have a cistern or well on your farm? We have both. I do have an old well. The pump doesn't work, but I can draw from it. I've got a lot of natural water sources, like creeks and stuff like that. And eventually I do want to have a new well dug. That's why I had my dig dug on my 2600 Atari I was practicing. If y'all noticed the game that was in that thing. 17,453 on NASDAQ here. We have 30-minute bottom wick right now, but overall formed into a doji. 60-minute, let's go to the 120 as well. Dojis, which is all expected price action for today. Bitcoin dropping hard, 73 to 57. Man, I wouldn't even have the temperament to hold Bitcoin. I'd like to think that I would hold Bitcoin through all of this, but I would never do it. I couldn't handle those drawdowns. Best garden I ever had was using rabbit manure. I've got cow manure. I've also has cow flesh. 464. Man, this is nasty. Nvidia. Apple needs to roll if we're going to go down here. Need to roll. Let's see. Anybody carrying any positions into FOMC? Whole account on red. Be careful. Hands off. Nice. And me and Mrs. O have been following a couple on YouTube called More Than Farmers, and they're the wife was a prior Amish, comes from an Amish family. She's no longer Amish, but she does all her gardening, and we've been learning from her about proper garden techniques and stuff like that. It's pretty good. need to work on my sermon. I have a Zoom meeting, 45 minutes. Nice, Pastor. Have a good day, buddy. Come back and join us, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. All right, y'all. I have to hop off here to get the bookmap stream started. That'll be in 8 minutes. I'll post the YouTube link in. I'll post the Discord link in here so we can jump back on. So bear with me while I get the switch done. Love you. I'm out. See you. I'm not doing my actual see you because